Hello everybody and welcome back to season 47 of the P2 London Ally Better Together series. We're launching the 47th season here today at Daytona, with Zachary Fitzwater Sr. starting on the pole for this race. Pace car going to come down to pit road, and the stages will end on laps 15, 40, and 70. So we're about to get the green flag in our 47th season here in the PLABT series. Zachary Fitzwater Sr. comes out of retirement, running another full season, and here we go. He's going to lead us to green. The season kicks off with the green flag waving at Daytona. Pretty even, by the way, along with the other front row starter in this race, Ronald Maravilla. Zachary Fitzwater, though, we all thought he was going to retire at the end of last season, but now this season decided to make a comeback in hopes of getting his championship after making the championship for last season. It'll be the final season that Stewart-Haas Racing will compete here in the PLABT series. And look at that, the Force teammate is drafting alongside him. That's Casey Hoyt, by the way, who won here in Daytona. I believe he won here last season as a part-time driver. First lap of the season going to be led by the Ford team. A lot of pack racing now, and could be seeing a lot of drivers making moves already. 3 wide behind the pack. 16 is not waiting. He's going to go for it. That's Igor Barreto, one of the veterans making his return to the PLABT series this season. Here comes Hoyt, though, on the bottom. Going to try to draft with the 16 now to try to pass the 4. Oh, no, the 16 goes on the bottom, too. He's going to try to take the lead. As we know, Casey Hoyt won at Daytona previously. I believe last season he won the opening race as a part-time driver. Oh, they're getting bumping and banging, and now they're paint rubbing already on the second lap. They're not wasting any time. The 20 car is going to try to sneak in. Down the bottom goes the 20. They were nearly 4 wide for the lead. Hoyt goes to the high side. Matt Hunter is in the lead now. And then still pack racing early on. This could be a preview of what's to come in the next couple laps, as Connor Breen goes to the bottom. He wants to lead now. A 3-wide battle up at front. Oh boy, this is going to be really exciting. At the same time, though, it's going to be very risky. It's very risky, because one false move could cause the big one here. These guys are already pack racing. Oh my goodness, there are 3 wide everywhere. Nilson Herrera is in the middle now for the lead. Here comes Matt Gomes. And Skylar Taylor down the bottom. Matt Gomes on the high side. Here comes Skylar Taylor down the bottom. And Skylar goes to the bottom. Now the 47 is looking to make a move now. And that is Daniel Voiles. Another veteran returning after a couple seasons being absent. And he wants to get back to try to win a championship in this season. All these several veterans are returning, all trying to win and get a good start here at Daytona. Oh man, they're making contact again already. Chris Leone trying to sneak in. As that 12 car was trying to sneak into the bottom, 42 was caught by surprise, it looked like. Leon was a former winner in Daytona, and Colin Francis is a former champion. A lot of these drivers, all with experience, all going for a win to open the season here at the big track at Daytona. 8 car to the bottom, Isaiah Bernesh is now. It's his turn to lead. Drafting his teammate in the number he was in last season. Oh no, they're beating Bain again. Oh, I thought they were going to wreck there for a second. Oh, I thought they were going to spin. It looked like Francis had contact. It looked like they were going to spin out there. Wow, it looked like they're going to get loose, and now the pack is starting to separate. Somebody's slow. Boyles, oh man, he's losing the draft. Not sure what's going on with the 47. Losing the draft with the other pack, but pack is separated. Still a handful of cars, though, running for the lead. 47, I don't know what happened to him. I'm not sure if he got looser by someone or if he just slowed up in the pack. They're all trying to make moves, trying to catch up to the leaders. I think Voiles might have just caught up to the leaders by now, but now the others have to follow suit. But don't worry, the stage is short, though, the first stage especially. But we could be seeing more drama as the race unfolds. And there's Harukin Kolungo. I apologize if I mispronounced his name, but Harukin is going for the lead now as a rookie. He's one of the rookies competing for a championship this season in this 47th year of racing here in the PLABT series. Rich Roy is out in front now. Rich Roy is in the 1 car this season for the Trackhouse crew. Still bumping and banging again. 14 this time is the one doing the bumping. Oh no, he's getting on the apron and he's spun. He has spun on the apron. 47 trying to get back on track. He wrecks another couple cars. Sharona Evans and Giovanni Castillo involved. And we have our first caution of the season. 47 looks like he'll have to go to the pits. And something went wrong with Matt Hunter. Did he get a piece of the 47? Now we're going to have to take a look back when we get the chance. But racing to the line. This is going to be an interesting race to the caution. 3 wide all over the place. But the 2 car looks like is going to be the one ahead. Looks like Priya McShane's going to lead the field down to the caution. 24 had a last second charge on the bottom. But the 2 was able to hold off. Alright, so this is what brought out the yellow flag. I'm not sure if this is a good view, but Daniel Voiles and the 14 got together and both went below the apron. I guess Voiles got too close to the 14 and they collided, and the 47 tried to get back up on track but was a little too fast coming back up from the apron, and then he gets right into a couple cars you'll see shortly. 47 Voiles was trying to get back on track after spinning that 14 out, and as a result the 47 collides with a couple cars, and yes, I do believe Matt Hunter got a piece of that. Gets right into Sharona Evans and Giovanni Castillo. A hard hit into turn 1 for the 47 and the 2 other cars involved in the wreckage. I thought I mentioned Sharona Evans competing in the Daytona 500 only in that 60 car. Various drivers will drive for that team. RFK's Garage 60 entry for several races this season. Sharona Evans, one of them, and Giovanni Castillo, one of the full-time drivers in the 19 crew. But Daniel Voiles brings out the first caution of the season as he takes out the 14. That's Quinn Moore. I forgot to mention that, but Quinn Moore is in the 14 this season. But we'll take another look at Moore's spin. So here's another look at that wreck with Quinn Moore and Daniel Voiles, and Voiles got into the 14 right onto the apron right here. There's the 14 spinning, and you knew when they were going 3 to 4 wide something like that was going to happen at some point. But unfortunately Moore was caught up in the middle with the 47, and just tough luck for those teams and the other 2 that were involved with Voiles getting back onto the apron too quickly. And the 14 spins, he was thankfully able to avoid the fence. He was able to avoid the outside fence, but 14 though, a bad start for his season, not the one he imagined. And there's another look at the wreckage with Daniel Voiles. So we're going to get back to the green soon. We'll see if any drivers will take pit stops now. Alrighty guys, we're back under green flag. I mean, almost the green flag, I should say. We're under yellow still, but we have pit stops as expected. So let's see who will be out of pit road first. As you see, the leaders come down to the pits, and I think we might have our first driver out of pit road in Priya McShane. So the 2 car will remain the leader on the restart. And by the way, we just have a few laps to go before the end of the stage, so we'll see how drivers will move up in this big restart. And what a pit stop by Edith Cardoza, moves up to second on that stop. So what a stop for Edith. And there you see the rest of the field following out as well. So we're about to get the green flag soon here near the end of stage 1. Alright, about to get back to the restart here. Is about to set up for the double file restart, and it'll be 3 laps to go that they'll be running here to end stage 1. Daniel Voiles is 2 laps down. They had to get the car extensively repaired after being involved in that wreckage earlier in the race. But Voiles will be back out on the track, although he'll be a couple laps down. The rest, though, are on the lead lap, including the ones that wrecked in that last caution. Anyway, here we go. Back to the green with the 2 car leading the pack with 3 laps to go in stage 1. And here we go back to the green to wrap up the first stage here at Daytona. Oh, Cardoza got a slight jump on the 2. But will Cardoza hold on to the lead down to turn 1? And McShane fighting back. He's fighting back to the bottom now. We see some other drivers competing inside the top 5 with Ian Chavez and the 21 car. And I believe the 21 is LG Lataro. Rallying side by side now for the stage win here in Daytona. The start here of the season. It'll be a lot of fun with these drivers all competing to see who will win the championship. A lot of veterans and some rookies as well, kicking off the season. Chavez looks low. Might have a chance here in this next lap. Chavez to the bottom he goes. And can Chavez clear the 2 car with the drafting help from the number 6 from Michelle Anderson? Michelle Anderson, another rookie. The rookies are drafting each other 1-2 right now. But Anderson, though, is going for the lead. Anderson has a good chance. He's getting drafted by a former champion in Samet Ozkan. 11 car trying to find a way around. He knows there's one more lap here in stage 1. This is the last lap coming towards the line and the first stage, and this is for the stage win right here. Ozkan looks to the bottom, and he might have a chance here in turn 1. We'll see if Samet can clear the 6. And looks like he will for now. Maybe the 6 will try to fight back on the outside, but outside is not known to be the best line to go at a track like this. The 6 is trying to make it work though. But Ozkan's trying to clear the 6 before the end of the stage. He does. He clears him. And here we go to end stage number 1. 45 has one chance to catch him. The former champion Ryan Durante, but Samet Ozkan is going to win stage 1. The first stage goes to the 11 team. As Samet Ozkan was able to hold off the defending champion Ryan Durante for the stage 1 victory. 45 is off pit road, and the 11 didn't have a good pit stop. The 11 did not have a good stop, and right in the middle of the pack. And not a good stop for the 11 car, but the 45 is out of pit road first. And we're underway again. Tyler and the 45 car Ryan Durante takes us to the green. Pretty even for both cars. Here comes the 99 Ian Chavez. And what a start the 99 just got. The 99 got a wonderful start. He's going for the lead already. And the 21 right behind him drafting with LG Lataro. Already 3 wide for the lead. but Chavez hanging on for now. We've seen a lot of lead changes of this race, but we'll be lucky enough to be the leader at the checkered flag. Anybody could win this race at Daytona here. It's really a wild one. Wild racing going on, and we could see more of that though as we progress to the second stage. Comes the 77, that is Stewie Moore. Going to the bottom, drafting with a teammate, Ronald Marvila, who used to drive the 77. I think he won a championship with the same team. So Marvila is looking for another title. Gonna have to try to get past his teammate. And here comes Edith Cardoza again. 15 trying to move back up to the front. She had a good start of the last restart. Wasn't able to hold on. She was stuck on the outside, but Cardoza is looking to trying to at least lead a lap here in Daytona. And yes, you do see two cars very slow on the background. Those are the ones that were involved in the wreck in the first caution, was Giovanni Castillo and Sharona Evans. And yeah, Daniel Voles had the most damage, so I wonder if they'll go around and try to catch up to them, and that would be interesting. That would hold up the pack, and one line would be slower than the other. It would be chaotic. Could happen. Could happen. Here comes Harukin down the bottom, and Pichu on the outside of the 44. Pichu running a part-time schedule. He's on the outside now with Harukin down below. And Harukin has taken the lead. Whoa! I thought he was getting loose there for a second. Those cars just move so fast. I think they were trying to block. I think the 10 was trying to put a block, but couldn't do it. And the 3, Clint Buchanan, is in the lead now. Another part-timer in this mix, Jamal Jackson. And this is his only race he's confirmed to run this season. He's trying to make the most of it. Jamal Jackson, I think, was the winner of the All-Star race last season. Wasn't able to find a ride, though, this year, so had to resort to just running Daytona in this season. And again, doesn't have any other races after today on his schedule. So trying to make the most of his opportunity. Another driver to make his most of his part-time opportunities, Avi Sachs. Running the 62 this season. Again, he's on a limited schedule. The legend, a former champion, won many races under his belt. But Sachs decided to take a part-time role. He's achieved just about everything you can achieve for a driver in the NR Town 3 community, especially in this league. He's a legend in this league. Avi Sachs has had some wins here and there, even as a part-timer. He's been so good. He's been phenomenal. Legend in this series and around the community. Side by side with Connor Breen, John Andrews, both veterans. And I think Breen's also a former champion. Andrews, I think, was the runner-up last season in the championship run. He's looking for some redemption here today. He's looking for redemption to start today, I should say. He's looking to start his road to redemption today. Skylar Taylor in the middle and now in the lead. And here comes Nilson Herrera. He was a rookie last season. He moves on over to a new number. I think he ran with the 15 team last season. Now he moves to the 51. Here comes Allison Rain down the bottom. Allison was the winner at the Clash we ran a while back. And there's a car spinning and the 43's around. On the apron, almost similar to what happened to the 14 Quinn Moore during the first stage. There's no caution yet. They stay green for now, and now there's a caution. Now they have just thrown the yellow. Took them a while, but they have just thrown the yellow. They'll race back to the line. The 8 car is going to try to take the lead from the 48, and looks like he will. As Isaiah Bernesh goes for the lead. Quentin Moore trying to pull off a comeback after being spun out and taken out in that last car in the last time we had a wreck. But it's going to be the 8 car leading back to the yellow. So we're going to take a look at what brought out the caution. We do know that one of the 43 James Richardson got turned around. All right, let's take a look at what brought out the caution again. The 43 car was trying to block the 20, but instead the 20 hooks him after they cross the start-finish line, and the 43 gets turned around. Hard hit there on that 43. Gets spun, but he does not hit any other piece of wall onto the backstretch, and he's able to continue. Again, we're going to have 9 laps to go before the end of stage 2 as the green flag waves once again. And by the way, they did have pit stops again during the caution. Allison Rain came out first, and so that's why she's in the lead right now. Good start for the 48 car, down bottom with Nelson Herrera drafting her. A 9 car teammate of Allison, one of her teammates, Nathan Ormond, trying to join in and make it a 1-2 now for the Hendrick team. Saw a couple close calls and a couple spins down the middle, though. I wonder if this will teach him not to be too close with the drivers while drafting. Or they're just going to be as aggressive as they were early on. Oh no, here we go again. The 2 car just spun right into the pack, and now there's some cars spinning. Oh, they're slowing down though. Right in time, now they're piling up. Now they've piled up behind them. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Biggest wreck of the race so far. 45 is spun. Durrani has been taken out. My goodness. I mean, we had one heck of a start there. Wow. One heck of a wreck there. We're going to have to take a closer look at what brought out that caution. But let's take a look at who is going to lead under yellow. I'm sure they're going to pit again because a lot of debris are flying everywhere. And just a mess all around right now. Anyway, Rain is going to lead us to the caution. How about the 48? All right, let's take a look at what brought out this caution as Quentin Moore was going down the bottom and the 2 Priya McShane was trying to be aggressive and was a little too aggressive as the 2 got caught up with the number 14. I don't know if the 14 was just letting it out after he got turned earlier in the race or what, but this time the 2 went onto the track, and now the cars had to slow down very quickly. One other car spun out, by the way, in front of them. A few cars spun, and look at that, all that smoke and debris flying everywhere in turn 1. It's almost like the big one. A couple cars that were involved, man. That was just really horrendous there. Wrecks all around. 19 cars out, like I said. Giovanni Castello has called it a night. With 3 laps to go in stage number 2. Let's see who's going to take the stage. Green flag waves again. Here we go. Isaiah Bernesh is the leader. A lot of shuffling around during the caution, by the way. They're all trying to find the best strategies to win and ensure that they do make the race and finish off the job. 8 and 9 are battling for the lead. It's between Bernesh and Nathan Ormond. Here comes the 12, Chris Leon, a former winner in Daytona. With that same team, nevertheless. And Haru can do the bottom, drafting with Quentin Moore. And Moore's trying to pull off a comeback. That would be impressive. He's able to stay out of the walls, the catch fences. Able to stay out of that when he was spun out. And able to continue the race, too. And he's still running inside the top 5. That's an impressive comeback for that 14. And now with 2 to go here in stage number 2. Here we go. The 10 car to the bottom. He's going to go down low. And Arukin is taking the lead and his teammate drafting behind him. The 10 is leading the race. And John Andrews going to try to sneak in. Andrews in the 17. Trying to make it 3 wide. And now Arukin's battling with the 12. for the lead and the win of and stage 2 win, possibly. Let's see who holds on to win the stage. Here comes the 10. And here comes the 17, also trying to get the stage win. And they're 3 wide for the lead on this final lap of stage 2. 17, John Andrews trying to win the stage. Here comes the 3 car. Clint Buchanan might try to sneak in and win it here, the stage. 17 trying to hold him off. 3 gets a run, gets some draft from the 7 on this final lap of stage 2. But the 17 holding strong on the outside. But now the 3 is getting draft from the 7. Buchanan might have just stolen this stage away. Racing back down the line, 3 clears the 17, and Clint Buchanan is going to win stage 2. Clint Buchanan with a run on the final lap of stage 2 to take the stage victory. And what a start for this young rookie. Stage 2 win to Clint Buchanan. Well, there was some more drama on pit road though during stage 3, but the 7 car able to be out of pit road first. And Cullen Francis will, in the 7 car, that is Cullen Francis, he will be leading this field down to the green at the start of stage number 3. And the 17 John Andrews goes to on the outside of the 7. Clint Buchanan did not have a good pit stop. It seemed the stage winners struggle with pit road. Buchanan, though, right in the middle of the pack, and I think he was scored 20th. Oh, that must have been a very bad stop for the 3 to start off the stage. Gonna go back to green flag racing, and here we go. Pace car to pit road as we begin the final stage and the final 25 laps to decide who wins the race. And here we go. On to green flag racing once again. Seven car in the lead now. Cullen Francis off to a good start. There's Harukin down the bottom there in the second place. 14 also competing inside the top 5. Drafting his teammate right now. Handful of rookies all making a name with UZXL. One of them in that 5. Well, the 5 dropped off a bit. Oh, never mind. I thought the 5 was in the top 10. The 9 car, Nathan Ormond, though, and there's Samet Oskan as well. The 10 of Harukin is going for the lead. Trying to bump down on the 7. Maybe a little too early for that, but maybe he's knowing that he's there or something. There. 9 of Nathan Ormond to the bottom. He goes in the lead. That opens the door for the 9 to take the lead from the 10 and the 7. And Samet Oskan to the bottom he goes. Starting to see the competitors here in this final stage. Rich Roy to the bottom. Here we go. Rich Roy down low. Going for second place. Here comes the 41 Casey Hoyt. He won here several times at super speedways. He won here last season, Daytona. Hoyt's looking for a repeat, this time back in a full-time ride, going for a championship now. And look at the run that the 9 has gotten. Nathan Ormond's pulled out of the lead. But did he go too far, though? Did the 9 car go a little too far early? That pack is really hungry, looking to make a move now. They're thinking about how to get around the 9. But Ormond's away, pulled out to an early lead. Pulls out to a lead. Almost 20 laps to go in Daytona. Casey Hoyt. Down the bottom he goes. Rich Roy and Samet Oskan in the top 5. Still a fight for second as the 9 car is trying everything he can to hold on. There's Hoyt down the bottom. He's trying to clear the 1 and the 11. Hoyt's still trying to clear. And he does. Casey Hoyt has cleared them. But the 11, though, is fighting back. 11 is fighting back on the outside. What a run for Oscon. He got a big run on the outside now. Oscon looking to continue the fight for second. Priya McShane down bottom. He's now on the bottom lane. Looking to get the preferred line. That bottom lane is probably where you want to be. But you just can't make your move too early. Three wide. They're back to pack racing again. They're back to three wide pack racing. Oh boy, this is going to be really, really dicey. Who's going to make the wrong move? The 9 car does not want to see a driver wreck out behind him. That would be a caution, and it would lead us to another restart. Mitchell Anderson is now in second, and Clint Buchanan is going to drop behind him. So 2 rookies now in the top 5. Now he's finally got the run. Finally got the run to the bottom now. Here comes a 3. Battling side by side with a 9. Can he clear him without draft? And he's got him. And Buchanan is the one in front. 19 laps to go. Chris Leon down the bottom he goes. They finally caught up with the 9 car. 9 pulling out too early might have cost him. But Leon's going to the bottom now with the 3 on the outside. The 5 is looking low as well. Use the Excel. Inside the top 5, a pair of rookies battling for the lead with Chris Leon, a former winner in Daytona. Going down the bottom now, Leon clears the 3. Uzi Excels in second, and Ian Chavez inside the top 5. Let all these pack all hungry to win, trying to make the move. Still plenty of time for these guys. There's a lot of racing left here at Daytona. Leon leading. Excel is second, and Chavez and Buchanan are inside the top 5. And the 22 is JP Lataro. Not sure if they'll catch the 47 in time. I think with how fast these guys are, it might be inevitable. Unless if they cause a wreck here in the middle of the pack, and we've seen that happen. Excel takes the lead right now, and cars are pitting. 4 cars are pitting now. 4 cars have chosen to pit. This could come down to pit strategy now at this point. This will be interesting. Having pit stops in the middle of a super speed race. I wonder who's going to be in front. Oh, man. Chris Leon is leading for now. He's got a little bit of an edge now. Clint Buchanan and Uzi Excel are in the top 5. The 3 cars going to the bottom now and trying to take the lead from the 12. More cars are pitting now. More cars have makes their way to pit road. Oh boy. Now the cars are getting out of pit road. Never thought we'd see green flag pit stops at a time like this. Gonna make things more interesting. Cars are slowing right in front of the 60. Not sure why the 60 chose to merge at that part with the leaders. That could have been a disaster. Now they have to get around the cars that just came out of pit road, merging on back onto the track. Might be a recipe for disaster. 12 and the 9 battle for the lead in the meantime. Will they have to come to pit? Here they come. They're pitting. The 9 is pitting. 9 is going to pit, and a car spins. A car just spun. 2 car Priya just spun. Trying to enter the pits. No caution. We continue to stay green. We stay green. More cars merging back out. Oh man, why are they merging back out like that? Right in front of the leaders. Leon's gonna in the lead now. He's got a little bit of a gap, but he's now gonna have to navigate through traffic. Gonna have to maneuver past the slower cars, and now might have to come to the pits soon. Could be down to a race off pit road now. Might be down to the strategy game. Oh my. This race is something. See if Leon comes down at this time on pit stop. No, he stays out. Other cars pit. They're slowing down this time. They're not making a mistake. They're not going to spin into pit road. That could have really jumbled things up. Leon staying out for now. 5 car passes him for the lead. The 5 car just went around the 12 on lap traffic. 5 is in front. All around on lap traffic already. Uzi Excel leading. Will this help him out on pit road strategy? Here they come. Might have to pit here in this period, on this lap. Maybe. No, they're not going to pit. Ian Chavez chooses to pit. They're trying to stretch it out now. 13 laps remain. Battle between, and now Burnett is going to the bottom for the lead. Burnett has taken it from UZXL. And Leon is third place among these cars that were just merged onto the track. And I think these guys are going to have to pit at some point. 8 car slows. I think he's out of fuel. I think the 8 car just ran out of gas. Trying to stretch the fuel. Hoped for a caution. It looks like they might not get it here. So the 5 will have to come to the pits. And they are coming down pit road. So now they do have to come to the pits. And they were hoping that a yellow would come out. But the 5 is to pit. So the 5 is pitting out of the lead. Who's going to be the leader? And the 77, they ruled the 77 as the leader. Stewie Moore is in front. Stewie Moore is out in front now. Lap 59. Stewie Moore's got a big lead, but he might have to come to the pits here on this lap. Might get by 21, but it might only be temporary now because he might have to come to the pits at this point. Maybe he's trying to stay out and try to stretch out as much as he can, but here he comes down to the pits. Might be the last driver to pit during the green flag pit stops. There's a 77 car now pitting as well, so he is down to the pits. Wonder if he'll cycle back as the leader. There's a waiting word now, and they're going to have to top off the fuel. Looks like that was a quick stop from there. The 4 was ruled as the leader. They have Zachary Fitzwater now the leader. Oh, wow. Leaders change a lot. Lead right now a little above like 8 seconds. Last time they were scored. UZXL is ruled in second. See where the 77 will restart in. But the 4 car... gonna battle it out side by side. Fitzwater trying to win this race to get back into the playoffs and maybe try to go for a championship. See where the margin is at right now. 4 is not gonna pit. I think the 4 pitted earlier. I'm not 100% sure, but I think the 4 might have pitted earlier. They're still ruling him as the leader there with 10 laps to go. And the now margin's like 8 seconds above the second. Oh no, might be more than that. Maybe more than that. So 10 laps to go. Fitzwater trying to hold off on the pit strategy right now. The final 10 laps here at Daytona. Wow, the lead's almost 20 seconds. So I don't think he pitted. I'm not sure if he pitted at all in this sequence. And it doesn't look like he pitted. He is really slow on the apron. I think he tried to stretch as much as he could go, but he ran out of gas. So he's out of gas, and he did not pit, and so he tried to stretch it as much as he could, but he's going to be slow and is out of gas. And he's going to have to come down to the pits. He runs out of fuel with 10 laps to go. Coming to 9 to go. And the battle for the lead is going to be in front of this pack. It's going to be between Clint Buchanan, Chris Leone, and several other drivers. 9 laps remain here at Daytona. Here comes Ormond battling for the lead on the 3. And the 9 car is taking the lead now, trying to draft with Matt Gomes. Gomes inside the top 5. Ian Chavez, UZXL, Chris Leone. This pack is going to go for a win. Other pack could be catching him. It's not over yet for this pack for Nilson Herrera. It's not over. 8 laps to go when they hit the stripe. You know, the fuel didn't last long in Daytona. Will the fuel last here this time? Coming 8 to go at Daytona. Almost at Talladega. The other super speedway. Okay. 8 laps to go. And Matt Gomes is taking the lead. Now here comes Isaiah Bernesh down the bottom now. Will Bernesh get a run? He's going to try to get a run with the 5. Oh, he's trying to get that run. Here he comes. 7 laps to go when they hit the stripe. It's going to be a game of Russian roulette or of whoever is going to have the best run here. 7 to go. Who's going to be lucky enough to be in front? Matt Gomes is getting the outside run. Got to run on the outside. He's going to hold off the 8. 4 car just came off pit road. Will they catch the 4? 7 to go at Daytona. Almost said it again, but 7 to go. Matt Gomes leading the race. 9 car in second now. See if Gomes can hold on. They're catching the 4. They're trying to catch up to the 4. 4 is not on the lead lap, but could play a factor in who wins this race if they're in the draft. 6 laps remain. 6 more laps. Here we go. For the win in Daytona to open the season with a victory. Will they open the season up with a win? We'll see if Matt Gomes can hold him off. And now Bernesh is 3rd. Now the 9 is 2nd. Here comes the 4. And now the 9 car is going to the bottom for the lead. But is he going to be able to get by the 4? When they approach the 4 of Zachary Fitzwater Sr., 5 laps remain. Here we go. They've approached the 4 car. Gonna block the bottom lane. Matt Gomes pulls away. Matt Gomes is away. Isaiah Bernesh trying to follow the draft the outside lane. 9 trying to get around the 4. 4 holds up the bottom. Bernesh clears the 4. His eyes are now set on Matt Gomes. 12 car down the bottom. Trying to get a run with a drafting partner in Ian Chavez. 4 holds up the 3. 9 is in the middle lane. He's going to have to play catch up now. There's still more lap cars I have to deal with. Here comes Bernesh. Trying to go for the lead. 4 to go. 4 laps remain at Daytona. Bernesh trying to clear. 34. Look at the run by the 12. What a run by the 12 car getting the draft. Back in contention, and now the 34 has lost the draft. 34 has dropped down. Into 5th, he lost the draft. 99 Chavez to the bottom now, and the 8's trying to block the 12. 3 laps to go when they hit the stripe. Chavez to the bottom. They're fast approaching lap traffic. Matt Hunter Sharona Evans battling side by side. They're not battling to win the race. But this is going to be interesting. If they catch up to them, which lane will get the preferred line if they keep on battling like that? They're still side by side. This is going to get interesting. Here we go. And the pack is caught up. Nilsson Herrera. What a run. Into the top three. Chavez takes the lead by Bernesh. Approaching lap traffic. Holding up both lanes. Marvila down the bottom. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. Bernesh barely getting by the 99. Now 99 fights back. Here we go with 2 laps to go. And there's still potential of overtime, by the way. And now the bottom, they go side by side. 3 wide. Chavez trying to clear. Chavez clearing the lap cars. He's got clean air ahead. Maravila's down bottom for second place. Barretto's in third. And the other 2 lap cars hold up the other lanes. There might even be another lap car to deal with in Ryan Durrani. Here comes Marvila. He's got the lead. White flag next time by. 22 is in second. It's Lataro moving up. Marvila trying to hang on. Chavez loses the draft. He's on the outside. White flag next time by. 1 to go in Daytona. This is for the win. Marvila. Lataro hanging on now. Marvila looks to the block. Here comes Lataro. Here comes Avi Sachs. 62 has won many times. Lataro, though, trying to get in the playoffs again. Here comes Lataro. Here comes Sachs. Gonna battle for the win. Harukin's going for the second spot. He's got one more chance. Harukin gets to second. Does he have time for the leader? Here they come off the final corner. JP Lataro is going to hold him off. And JP Lataro will be the first winner. Maybe not, though. Harukin's got one more chance. But the 22 holds on. Lataro wins at Daytona. JP Lataro has won. Alright guys, let's take a look at the final results. JP Lataro hangs on over Harukin on the final turn to win here at Daytona. Take a look at the top 10 and a couple part-timers in the top 10. We mentioned Avi Sachs came all the way back to finish in 4th place. Very impressive for a part-time car. Ian Chavez, who was there on the final laps, dropped to 12th. And yeah, things can change in one lap in these kinds of races. Clint Buchanan has dropped to 16th. Yeah, a lot of drivers, all these competitors are running in front for the final couple laps and all dropped down. It can change so quick. It goes to show you. And the rest of the finishing order, as you see, 2 drivers were out of the race. Only 2 cars were tired. And Allison Range, was on pit road and just never got out of it. I guess had a tire problem or something. And just couldn't get out of pit road. So she finished 38th here today. So next week, we'll be at Atlanta Motor Speedway, another super speedway. And season 47 has just kicked off. So until next time, we will see you later.